Goedemiddag, dames en heren. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to the Best Sommelier Competition South Africa for 2021. A warm welcome to our esteemed guests. We have members of the wine industry here, members of Stellenbosch Wine Route, aspiring wine drinkers, a couple of people that thought the restaurant was open that have strolled in. Lovely to have you. And of course, we're live around the world on TV cameras, broadcasting on Wineland Media. Thank you. Welcome to you if you're watching on YouTube. And of course, on the SASA Facebook page if you're watching there. I'm going to speak like this because that's what TV people do, don't they? No, I won't. My name is Guy MacDonald, and it's my great privilege and honor to be your Master of Ceremonies for today. A day that is, it's been a challenge. I tell you what, not just for me, who arrived with a tablet, but then realized that actually a clipboard is more intimidating. So I've swapped over to old school. But also for the finalists, for the competitors, the 7 sommeliers. There were very many of them, whittled down to 7. There actually was 7, it started with 7, and now it's been whittled down to 3. And they've been tested since early this morning, while you and I were sitting in traffic, debating the merits of Blauklippen as a venue, sipping wine, whatever we were up to before we arrived. They have been doing a theory paper, they've been doing a blind tasting, and they did a food and wine pairing. And I must tell you about the food and wine pairing. It was exceptional. 6 courses, and they had to find wines to go with those 6 courses. Those courses were divided into 6 regions of the world. North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, and Oceania. And for some of us, let's be honest, where's Oceania? We're not sure. Eh? You knew all the others, but when you heard me say Oceania, you went, oh yeah, isn't that a ship that went down? So, it's Oceanus. Today, now, they will be tested on their aperitif service, and of course, their wine service. The 3 finalists don't yet know who they are, so it's going to be my privilege to announce those. But before we do that, you're wondering why we have a wonderful audience of people on the stage. You're looking at them, you're thinking, why do I have to sit here with this head in the way? Why can't I be there in front of the cameras? Well, these are our judges, our esteemed judges, ladies and gentlemen. And I'd like to start with the beautiful Madeleine Stenrith. She's a master of wine. And she's here from Sweden because she is a huge South African wine pundit. So please give her a very warm South African welcome. And we appreciate your passion for our wines. Thank you. To her right, to my left, we have Harold Bresselschmidt, who is the famed chef at Aubergine. Thank you very much for joining us, Harold. Please give him a round of applause. And keep that applause, keep that vigor, because I noticed there was a slight dwindle between Madeleine and Harold, but keep it up for Joe Wessels, who is the reigning best sommelier in South Africa. Oh, they love you, they love you. Woo-hoo. That's what happens when you pay members of the audience. Brilliant. And he will be competing in a couple of weeks' time in the Best Somm Africa and Europe in Cyprus. So we wish you all the best of success. My ex-landlord owns a house in Cyprus, so if you need a place to stay, he's been offering me for free, so maybe he would host you. There we go. And then, so those are the judges, and of course, a face that should be familiar to all, a legend, and not so much a myth anymore, because he's really come to the fore as not only today's maitre d', but also the chairman of the Sommeliers Association of South Africa, Mr. Spencer van der Meer.
Thank you, Guy.
Thank you, Spencer, for the invitation. It's a wonderful privilege to be here and to be a part of this. Before we commence with the competitive angles, we'd like to hand out 3 certificates. And these are to junior somms that have achieved. And I'm going to allow Spencer to hand those over and give you a little bit of background to it. But in the meantime, let me announce the 3 people that we'd like to come up to stage. That's Keegan Terry, who's the F&B supervisor at Belmont Mount Nelson and sommelier at the Belmont Mount Nelson. Keegan Terry is here. Stefan Reinmuth is brand ambassador at Oldenburg Vineyards and host of Blackout Stage Wine, which is a clever name, let's be honest, Stage Wine. And almost as good as Via the Grapevine, which is something I host as well. .co.za if anyone's interested. And Daryl Peterser, who is, as you can hear, he arrived with quite a few people at the back there, all the way from Robertson, and he is a tasting room assistant at Van Looferen Vineyards. So well done, and Spencer, I hand over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So our junior sommelier certification is our most popular and probably most important certification that we do. It's a foundation that pretty much builds you up to get to up here and representing South Africa and competing in the world. It's a really challenging exam, and it's always great to get the interest that we get, and it's really great to have these three young gents here with their certificates. We had another 4 who passed as well. They're just not unable to come, so we've got 7 new junior sommeliers going into the market and adding value to the industry, which is really, really something that we're very passionate about as an association. It's how we add value. It's what we do. So thank you, gents. Thank you very much, and all the best for the future.
Thank you.
Hope we see you guys on stage here for... you can go either way you want, actually. Okay.
It's a little bit like high school, isn't it? Where people don't know, do we leave stage front, left, back? No. Go where the pretty mom is at the back. She'll do your makeup. Mrs. Birchall, she was lovely. Anyway, dames and heren, ladies and gentlemen, the time that you have been waiting for, the announcement of our 3 finalists, and we will welcome them to stage, won't we, Spencer? Yes.
Yeah, yes, you will.
And the first is an ASI sommelier, diploma holder, a SASA sommelier, a 2-time best sommelier in South Africa runner-up, a quarter-finalist best sommelier of Europe and Africa, and author of Passion for Pairing, member of the Sommeliers Academy. It is Jean-Vincent Dridon. Our next finalist is a SASA board treasurer.
No, we're just naming it.
Some would say insider trading. No, it's talent. SASA sommelier, certified, WSET level 4 diploma, stage 2 Master of Wine student, distinction Michael Fridgen Wine Judging Academy, and 2019 Mutter Chandon Young Sommelier. Also recently completed a hike to the top of a very high mountain, 2,200 meters, posted on Instagram. I was fascinated. Please welcome from KZN, Laurie Cooper.
Well done, Laurie.
And our final finalist is from the Court of Master Certified Sommelier, a head sommelier at Marble and Saint Restaurant, Mutten Chardon, Best Young Sommelier for 2017, Vikas Schumann.
Good job, buddy. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are the 3 that are going to be not only entertaining you this afternoon, but they are also going to be playing out for their lives. So wish them well, and I hand over to Spencer to explain the rest. Oh, really? Brilliant. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm curious what you're going to do. All right, guys, I think you've all done this before at some level, so if you don't mind picking your magic number.
My age, I think that's better.
Okay, brilliant. If you just maybe will... Who's number 1? All right, so first to slaughter. Brilliant. Who's number 2? Okay, great. So if you can all just leave the stage for a second as we get set up. Good luck to all of you. We are quickly going to get the stage set, and... You can. Sure. Nothing to see here. Okay. Esme? Okay. The odd thing is... So, you are the sommelier at the Blauklippen restaurant, and you're going to be serving these 3 guests this afternoon, and that will be your first task. The host is the gentleman over there.
G'day.
G'day.
We would like to order an aperitif. Myself and my guest over here would like to have a bottle of the Spear Cup Classique. My third guest would like to start with a classic dry martini cocktail. Please could you help with preparing and serving us these drinks? You will have 5 minutes for this task.
Okay.
Sorry, everything you'll need for the task is on the stations over here.
Yep. Could you please repeat the task?
Good day. We would like to order an aperitif. Myself and my guest over here would like to start with a bottle of the Spear Cup Classique. My third guest over here would like to have a classic dry martini cocktail. Please could you help with preparing and serving us these drinks? You will have 5 minutes for this task. Your time will start.
Good afternoon, everybody. I see you have your water. Everyone filled up? Yes. I'm just going to confirm. So you would like to start with an aperitif, the Spear MCC, and for the lady, you would like a classic dry martini. I'll just get that for you. Madam, would you like that with an olive or a twist of lemon? you the Spear 2018 Method Cup Classique from South Africa. Do you mind if I taste the wine for you? Classic martini for you, ma'am.
Time.
Okay. Super. Wow.
That was quick.
Time does fly, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Cool. You know, it's weird. You probably made 1,000 of these. And
That's
then
my
just-
first one.
No way. Well.
Can't say I'm a big fan of pure gin.
You're supposed to put vermouth in it.
Yeah.
That's cool. But well done on that first one. And yeah, cool. I need to make small talk with you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was your day?
It's been stressful, actually. It's been a lot of things to happen rather quickly. But it seems that we're going well so far.
Do you like martinis?
I do, actually. I do prefer dirty martinis, though. That's
Of course.
kind of more my thing.
Right.
Should have been a bit more challenging, I reckon,
Yeah.
for an exam. Though you did twist that lemon proper.
I tried,
you
yeah.
saved-
It's
you
hard
saved
to,
some time there,
it's
so-
quite hard to actually get a peel when your hand is doing this. It's like,
I did see the challenge with that, actually. I was standing a safe distance away. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, what is your favorite cocktail? What's your go-to?
I'm a Cosmo girl,
Oh,
to be
cool.
honest. But I have to fly over the cranberry juice because we're still a little bit sweet on the cranberry juice in South Africa. So if
Yeah,
anyone
okay.
is in the market of cranberry juice,
But there you go. Just make it less sweet and less ripe. All right, you ready, Esme? We are ready now.
lovely.
Okay, so, well done, again, on that first task, good stuff. Right, so now that the guests have enjoyed their aperitif, we're ready, they need your help for the next task. Once again, that's your host, and he will guide you on what they require. Any minute now. What are you looking for?
Hello again. Thank you for the aperitifs. We are now finished and would like to order in wine. We have already ordered a beetroot salad with goat's cheese and walnuts for lunch. We are expecting the food to be here within the next 3 minutes and would still like to order a bottle of wine in time for the food. We have selected a bottle of a 2018 Goisseau Sommelier from Burgundy. Please could you help with fulfilling our wine order and serving us in time for the food? You will have 3 minutes for this task.
Could you repeat the task, please?
Hello again. Thank you for the aperitifs. We are now ready to order a bottle for our lunch. We have already ordered a beetroot salad with goat's cheese and walnuts for lunch. We are expecting the food to be here within the next 3 minutes and would still like to order wine in time for the food. We have selected a bottle of the 2018 Goisseau Sommelie from Burgundy. Please could you help with fulfilling our wine order and serving us in time for the food? You will have 3 minutes for this task. Your time will start now.
Perfect. I'm just going to get your wine before the food comes out. So I have the Goisseau Sommelie from Burgundy, and it is a 2018 vintage. So a really lovely choice to go with your beetroot and goat cheese salad. We have Burgundy, obviously being our Chardonnay, oaked style, so really lovely richness and that earthiness that will come through with your salad.
Time. Yeah, that happens quick. It's tricky foil.
Very tricky for
Yeah,
you.
unfortunate, man. I'm sorry. That does happen. Yeah. Okay. Well,
More small talk.
unfortunately, I thought I was gonna do better at this time. I've been tracking myself for this one. All right. Cool. You've done this before, though. You've done the. You actually was not mentioned, but you're the reigning Ubuntu Sommeliers Trophy champion as well,
Yes.
which was a similar live streamed online thing. Thousands watching. Doesn't get easier, eh?
Doesn't. Not at all.
Yeah, no. Well, you know the one? By any
No,
chance?
no, I don't. I don't.
Interesting.
Didn't get to taste it either.
I know. Almost. You'll get a chance. Okay.
Oh, there's a mystery bag.
Sorry?
Mystery bag.
I know. Exciting, eh? So, actually, we can go ahead. So I have to maintain conditions. So I have to say things exactly the same for everyone. Therefore, here we go. So, during our last inventory, we discovered 36 bottles of this beverage that was previously unaccounted for. You can come closer. It's okay. Now, I don't know what it is, Could you please give me your insights and opinions in it, and whether it's something we could use in the restaurant, or if it's something we should get rid of? You'll have 3 minutes for this task.
Okay, could you repeat the task, please?
Absolutely. Hello. During our last inventory, we discovered 36 bottles of this beverage. This was previously unaccounted for. I do not know what it is. Could you please give your insights and opinions in it, and whether it is something we could use in the restaurant, or if we should get rid of it? You will have 3 minutes for this task.
Okay.
And your time starts now.
Am I talking to you? Or,
Me.
right, so I would definitely suggest keeping this. It is a Madeira, so a fortified wine. It's also a 10-year-old and social, which means that it's the drier side of Madeira. So beauty about Madeira is obviously it's being a fortified wine in an oxidative style is it doesn't really, it's not going to expire. So the fact that you didn't know it was there, you can still use it. It's still going to be able to be used. Little touch of sugar. So you perhaps would like to keep it on for your very delicate desserts, nothing with too much sweetness, being a social. But anything with kind of that nuttiness, perhaps we could do some cheese courses. A brie with caramelized almonds would work really nicely. You could also start using this, if you really wanted to, with some very fine cocktails. But being a 10-year-old and a social, this is kind of one of their premium examples. It's not a blend. This is one of your premium examples that I would say you just serve it in a fortified glass, a smaller glass, slightly chilled around the 14 degrees Celsius, and yeah, it will age beautifully.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a lot more than I was thinking of doing with it. Cheers. Okay, and that's it. Phew.
That's it for everything.
That's it for everything.
Wow.
Thank you very much and well done.
Wow, absolutely sensational. I could feel the nerves at the back of the room there amongst the Blauklip and serving staff. They were like, yo, is this what we, oh, yo. And yes, I suppose if you want to go on to become sommeliers, this is the kind of exercises you need to go through in order to reach the heights within this industry. I thought the restaurant table was very well laid from this, I don't know if you can see it, but from this side. Nobody's asked me for my feedback, but I'll give it to you anyway. I thought it was very well laid. I didn't think their conversation was very robust, though, did it? They were very quiet with each other. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they don't like Sweden for some reason. I'm not sure. But I also realized they have realms of paperwork in front of them. So it's a bit like a COVID decision making. Ooh, but unfair to make that joke so early, hey. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that first round. What did you think? Some perceptions? Anybody want to throw your hand up and shout out what you thought? You could start with the MC. Is fantastic. That's always a good place to start. No, okay. No, I didn't think it was great at all. What do you think of the banter that Spencer made? Couldn't hear it. It was a bit iffy, wasn't it? Yeah. No, but it was his first time. He's getting into it. I particularly enjoyed him saying hello, second time round. That was critical, because when you're needing to remember how to do an exercise like this, hello is very important to start your... Anyhow, as I mentioned, we are streaming live on Facebook and on Wineland Media, who is now filming you, members of the audience, so smile and wave. And I'll take this opportunity to thank some of our sponsors, because, of course, without sponsors, nothing is possible, and today would be especially challenging. So, first up, thank you, Stellenbosch Wine Roots. Please give them a big round of applause. And we really appreciate all that. Oh, somebody's just arrived with a bottle of something. Is that for me or for... Is it? Oh, superb. Okay, we'll wait till she brings it forward. No. What? Thank you. Thank you very much. That's fantastic. Don't know what I've done to deserve that, but I'll take it. It's probably for the Soms. It's got nothing to do with me, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you, Stellenbosch Wine Roots. Also, Wineland Media. thank you very much for your sponsorship as well. Of course, communicating everything wine related and occasionally liking my Instagram stories, which is nice. So appreciate that. At Uncorkified is here, Fred. Please give him a big round of applause. Hey? It doesn't say how much he's put into this, so we're not sure. But you can hear there were a few people who weren't sure, so they gave you some. Is it a lot of money? Should we? Not. Okay. So you're happy with the applause you got, hey Fred? Because I can get the crowd to do more for you if you need. I'm not scared. And then Winterholter. Winterholter, thank you to them as well. Please give them a round of applause. I'm not going to run through the entire list because otherwise I'll have nothing to buffer with later on because we will have done all the sponsors and you'll get bored and think why. What I would like to share with you though is that the prize is all of that. It is incredible. In fact, I'm told that not even all of that covers the prize. There is so much more to this. So maybe I'll run you through parts of it. The winner today will get, first of all, 2-night accommodation at Jordan Lux Suites, 6 liters of Kaapzucht Vision, an Overture voucher valued at 1,390 Rand, and a Kleine Zolzer Family Reserve Collection box. They'll also get a 1.5 liter Talima Cabernet. It goes on. There is also a Pooltex hamper, which consists of a wine thermometer, bottle stopper, bubbly bottle stopper, taster vin, decanter cleaner, wine tags. It's the whole thing. Blauwklippen brandy. Who fancies a bit of brandy? Yeah, stick your hands up if you like a bit of brandy. Elmarie, you are so wonderful. You're the only one who stuck your hand up every time I've asked. Thank you. Hugo, I see you as well. Good man. So I know who to share brandy with. We'll do that later. And then Blauwklippen 3-bottle wine pack as well. So that's just the first part of this incredible prize, which we'll run through more. I think the judges might be ready for their next contestant. So without further ado, let me hand over to Spencer van der Beer. Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
We actually aren't, but no, but that's fine. I thought you were scrambling for a few things to say there. Keep some in reserve. We got a long break between the next one. Can you go? Okay, great. Okay, number 2, somewhere back here. You ready? Because sound travels, the candidates are being housed a very, very fair distance away. So it's going to take a few minutes. Work up a sweat. Okay. Cool, and welcome, Vickers.
Thank you.
All right. I can just ask you to stand on the white mark over there. TV. Right. Vickers, welcome. You are the sommelier at the Blauwklippen restaurant. Can you please do table service for this table? Your host is this gentleman over here, and he will guide you with what they need.
Perfect. Hi, good afternoon, sir. My name is Vickers. I'm the head sommelier at the Blauwklippen restaurant. How can I be of assistance this afternoon?
Good day. We would like to order an aperitif. Myself and this guest would like to start with a bottle of the Spear Cup Classique. My other guest would like to start with a classic dry martini cocktail. Please, could you help with preparing and serving us these drinks? You will have 5 minutes for this task.
Perfect. Excellent. Can you repeat the task?
Of course. Good day. We would like to start with an aperitif. Myself and this guest would like to start with a bottle of the Spear Cup Classique. My third guest would like to start with a classic dry martini cocktail. Please, could you help with preparing and serving us these drinks? You will have 5 minutes for this task.
Perfect.
Your time will start now.
Afternoon, ma'am. With the dry martini, would you like a gin or a vodka martini, ma'am?
Gin.
Gin martini. Perfect. 100%. Excellent. So a nice dry martini for you, ma'am. Right, sir. So the bottle of Spear MCC Brut. Pop that cork for you just now, sir. Excellent. So the Spear Brut is a blend of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, nice and dry style of Brut. It's below 7 grams of sugar, as according like same style as champagne, just MCC, of course, made in South Africa, called Method Cup Classique. So I'll pop that on nice for you, sir. And of course, this. Excellent. Perfect. Perfect. I've done the task.
Well
Excellent,
done,
thank you.
Vickers. Good job, good job. If you can come stand by me here, it's going to get everyone to come round and we can clean up and get ready for your next task. You seem pretty cool there. You're calm, very
of course,
calm.
yeah.
Done this 1,000 times.
Every day at Marble on the floor.
Brilliant. So you got a nice little twist to the cocktail there.
Yeah, I love spending time in the bar.
Oh, brilliant. It's a proper song, eh? Fantastic. So Vickers, you're actually staying here. So you live in Pretoria and you're staying, enjoying the accommodations at
Everything's
Blackcliffton, our
very
sponsors.
nice. Yeah, room's very nice. We had lovely breakfast this morning, so I must say, nice and pleasant.
Fabulous, fabulous. You're trying, create the best environment for all this. I think we're ready to go for our next task. Let me just get the tray 1 sec. Let me
No problem.
remind. Yeah. All right, cool. Okay. Right, Vickers. So for your next task. Now that the guests have enjoyed their aperitif, they're now ready for you to help them with their next task. Once again, that gentleman is your host and he will guide you with what you require.
Hello again. We are now finished with our aperitifs and would like to order a bottle for our lunch. We have already ordered a beetroot salad with goat's cheese and walnuts, and we are expecting the food to be here within the next 3 minutes. We would still like to order a bottle of wine in time for the food. We have selected the 2018 Gosso Sonbrie from Burgundy. Please could you help with fulfilling our order and serving us in time for the food? You will have 3 minutes for this task.
Repeat the task for me, please.
Of course. Hello again. We are finished with our aperitifs and would like to order a bottle for our lunch. We have already ordered a beetroot salad with goat's cheese and walnuts and are expecting the food to be here within the next 3 minutes. We would still like to order a bottle of wine in time for the food. We have selected the Gosso 2018 Gosso Sonbrie from Burgundy. Please could you help with fulfilling our wine order and serving us in time for the food? You will have 3 minutes for this task. And your time will start now.
Perfect. Excellent. We've ordered the bottle of Croissant Saint-Prix from Burgundy, 2018 vintage. I'll bring it up for you shortly. Right. So. Excellent. So, afternoon. So, unfortunately, on that croissant sans brie from Burgundy, we're unfortunately out of stock this afternoon. But what I can recommend for you is a beautiful Chenin Blanc to go with the goat's cheese and beetroot. It is from Waterford Estate, 2018 vintage, if I checked correctly. Would that be okay for the lunch this afternoon, sir?
We'll take it off.
Perfect. Excellent. Just put this down for your cook, sir. Right, so we have the bottle of Waterford Chenin Blanc 2019, sorry, not 18, sir. So Waterford, of course, Stellenbosch. This could be some old bush wine, Stellenbosch from Chenin Blanc. Chenin Blanc basically being known as Steen in South Africa, but a beautiful kind of white wine with a slightly lower acidity. Usually in warmer climates, the acidity is a little bit lower, making it a bit more easier to pair with our starters that you have this afternoon, the goat's cheese and beetroot. Also, as we can see, Waterford likes to use their Diam corks, which are, of course, 100% cork taint free, which makes our sommelier lives and the customer wines a bit easier in these days of time. So what you can expect on this beautiful Chenin Blanc is that you can see that the vineyards were planted in 1966. It's part of the Certified Heritage Old Vineyard range. I've served it in a Burgundy glass for you. Although it's not Chardonnay, but Chenin Blanc usually needs to be a bit of air to breathe in the glass just to bring out those beautiful yellow stone fruit flavors. Also, what you will pick up is that the Chenin Blanc, because it is these old bush vines, that the fruit is much more concentrated, nice and small berries. This will stand up, have a lot more depth to pair up to that rich goat's cheese that you have on the plate alongside with the beetroots. Excellent. I'll keep that on ice for you. Hope you enjoy your starter.
Super. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. You got back on the white mark there. Thank you, Esme. Sorry, I'm actually multitasking because I'm trying to score you as we go along.
I don't mind stepping in to speak a bit for you.
You are a gent.
Of course, when I commenced this afternoon, I omitted to say that Spencer's actually the fourth judge. So not only is he serving role as maitre d' this afternoon, but he's also having to judge as well. So that's why I'm going to hop on the stage and try and regale you with my witty charm and sense of humour. Excellent. We're having fun? Yes? Good. No. Okay. So, of course, well, I did not say too much about what's happening on the stage because our contestant isn't aware, so we'll leave it to the script, which, as you have heard, has very polite greetings at the beginning. I don't have a script, so that's why I don't say good day every time I get up here. Or hello, if you were wondering, if you think I'm rude. I don't mean to be rude. Just doesn't say that here. What I do want to share with you is,
I'm keen to know what you have to share.
I want to
but
share
I
with
also do want to go as well. Quite conflicted.
I want to share with you that what's happening to the wine and the martinis that's being cleared? Because I was told to come from the back and sit here in the front, and I think there's a reason for that, isn't there? Maybe. Cheeky. So, once again, a big thank you to sponsors who make a day like this possible, and quickly hop in here with the WWF Conservation Champion Initiative. Please give them a round of applause. As well as Air France. We appreciate their sponsorship as well.
Okie dokie. Hello. So,
Hi again.
again. So, during our last inventory, we discovered 36 bottles of this beverage. It was previously unaccounted for, and I do not know what it is. Could you please give me your insights and opinions on it, and whether it is something we could use in the restaurant, or if it's something we should get rid of? You'll have 3 minutes for this task.
Repeat for me, please.
You'd like me to repeat, no problem.
Thank you.
During our last inventory, we discovered 36 bottles of this beverage. It was previously unaccounted for. I do not know what it is. Could you please give me your insights and opinions and whether it's something that we could use in the restaurant or if it's something we should get rid of? You'll have 3 minutes for this task, and your time starts now.
Perfect. So what we have here is, of course, an old bottle of Madeira. So Seychelles is a grape varietal that is used in the production of Madeira. Seychelles style is also the lightest and most dry style of Madeira that is available. Definitely something that we can open and use in the restaurant. What you can use Madeira for is an aperitif, when guests are sitting in our lounge waiting to come through for dinner, or you can use it as a starter. It goes very well with kind of lighter soups, so if you perhaps have like a clean consommé on the table of a tomato consommé, or perhaps something like a light vegetable soup, or perhaps a chicken soup with a bit of white meat, it could work very well as well. How we would serve it is, if we use it in a restaurant, we would typically serve it in a port glass. It's a much smaller glass because the wine is so expressive. It does need a bit of a smaller nose just to capture all that flavors. On the production of Madeira, the grapes get picked, they then get fermented. They are then put in something called estufas, which get heated to a certain temperature, and the temperature can come down again as well, which assists with the fermentation. The wine is then, of course, then fortified as well. In the olden days, they would have ships crossing the equator from hot to cold, which causes the wine to heat up as they were in barrels in the ships. Just a little bit about the history of Madeira, but definitely something we can use in a restaurant. It is still drinkable, although it's been aged for 10 years. I mean, the condition of the bottle looks very good. There's no alliage, so definitely something you can still use in the restaurant.
Cool. Thank you very much, Rickert.
Welcome. Perfect.
We shall. Awesome. And you're done.
Fantastic. Excellent.
Brilliant.
So
That was a really good show. Thank you very much. You can get unmiked.
Thank you.
And Guy, if you could
Oh, that's
fill the space.
Okay.
Thank you. Lovely stuff. Just having a look into the side here, see if there's anything else hidden in here. And I can tell you that it is full of wine. Absolutely jam-packed. So that's coming home with me. Ladies and gentlemen, we really appreciate your support today, and we thank you for coming through. And of course, today you're witnessing sommeliers at their best. And of course, remember, every moment on the stage is being analyzed by these 4 judges. So every nervous twitch, everything is being watched. And I think, I don't know if you feel the same way as I do, but that's incredibly nerve-wracking. Some people say it's difficult to stand up in front of a crowd and talk to them. It can be, but at least you're not judging me because I've got the colors of spring. You're admiring. You're going, oh, that looks lovely. I wish I'd thought of something a bit more colorful, Fred. But I know him. I'm good friends with him. He takes it on the chin. We met today for the first time.
Okay.
So I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is that they are being judged on every little motion. And of course, that's important because the service that they offer in restaurants is what makes our experience. And goodness knows we've had experiences in our past at places where service has been abysmal, haven't we? Can we nod in agreement with that? Yes? And I'm not just talking about wine sommeliers. I can speak of places that offer accommodation perhaps, and not Blauklippen, but other places that I've been to where you get told, well, breakfast will be served from 7, and you rock up at 10 past 7, and there's no one there to greet you, and then the staff, the kitchen staff, are arguing with each other about where the filter coffee is and where it should have been and where it should be going, and you're waiting, and then you get up and leave like we did, my wife and I. So it is very, very important. Service is it's the experience, the entire experience of where you are. Without waffling on too much more, are we ready to proceed with the... Not ready at all, so we'll thank some more sponsors. Thank goodness we've got a list of them.
There are a lot of sponsors.
Zwiesel Glassware, please give them a big round of applause. Thank you, Zwiesel Glassware. The Cup Classique Association. Big round of applause for them as well. The Pinotage Association. And I'm not going to say I left the best for last because that's just being very unfair, but the Shannon Blanc Association. So thank you very much to them for their kind sponsorship. Okay,
That's your cue.
lovely stuff. Thank you. I'm going to be wheeled
Okay,
off.
gonna call JV. Suppose we could have kept him on a bit longer. I suppose we could have kept him on a bit longer. All right. Hello, my friend. Okay. Welcome, JV. Thank you very much.
Hello, Spencer.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Good. I've seen this movie before, a few thousand times, I'm sure.
Yeah, I hate the ending.
You can change it. Right, okay. So JV, I'm just going to, you are the sommelier at Blauwklippen Restaurant.
Welcome to
And-
Blauwklippen Restaurant.
Thank you. And for your first task, this gentleman over here is your host, and he will inform you on what you have to do. Okay? Azio? He's the guy.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Blauwklippen Restaurant. I will be your sommelier today.
Good day. We would like to order an aperitif. Myself and my guest over here would like to start with a bottle of the Spear Cup Classique. My third guest would like to have a classic dry martini cocktail. Please could you help with preparing and serving us these drinks? You will have 5 minutes for this task.
To do service and the pairing. Okay? Can you repeat the question, please?
I'll repeat. Good day. We would like to order an aperitif. Myself and this guest would like to start with a bottle of the Spear Cup Classique. My third guest would like to have a classic dry martini cocktail. Please could you help with preparing and serving us these drinks? You will have 5 minutes for this task.
Okay?
Your time will start now.
With that, time. So is it your first time at Blauwklippen Restaurant? Are you joining us for the first time? Yes, indeed, for me. Okay. Okay, I've seen you've been asking the aperitif and 2 glasses of Cap Classique from Spear. Are you from South Africa? Is it the first time in the country as well? I can hear a bit of an accent on your side. First time. First time. So you know the Cap Classique is our traditional sparkling wine, fermented in bottles, and actually the first time it's been made was 50 years ago, and it was produced in Stellenbosch. It's not by Spear, it's another producer, Simon Sierk, but Stellenbosch has been the powers for sparkling wine. In South Africa. With the sparkling wine, because it is fairly dry, I would suggest maybe to bring some oysters. We've got fresh oysters from Nassau, freshly chuckled. We just serve it with nothing else because just a slice of lime if you want to check how fresh they are. but usually we don't pour any spices or pepper. However, if you want some Tabasco into it, we'll definitely supply that to you, but I think that would be inappropriate due to the quality of our oysters in South Africa. And as well, for the gin, the chef is preparing some little feuilleté on puff pastry, slightly salty with a bit of cheese, and the cheesy Parmesan style will go very well, the crispiness, the texture, with the classic martini. We've been using for that a local gin, the gin from Blauklippen itself, and I hope you'll be enjoying it. I will bring it to you right now, and then I will bring the sparkling wine. Oh, it's always tricky with these glasses. Here's your classic martini. And this is what we will serve today. Spear Brut 2018. It's a bit tricky, and you like to taste. That's fine. Okay, you've ordered 2 glasses, but we start with a fresh bottle, so you know we'll be serving it from the Spear. Hi. Thank you.
All right.
And I pour you for the just to lubricate.
Just in case he gets thirsty. Thanks, JV. Well done. 5 minutes goes quick, eh?
Yeah, no, it's no time for talking too much, no time for wasting time.
Well, on that note, I'm hoping someone will come up on stage
Let me
any minute now to talk. Something? Too much? Yes, there we go.
Yes. That's your turn. What can I do for you,
I
sir?
was just going through my paperwork, so
Oh,
no,
dear
you
me.
don't have to worry about me. You
Oh, welcome to Blauklippen Restaurant.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. It's so nice to see you. It's
A
been
pleasure
long
to see
time.
you, yeah.
The last time we saw each other was in another hotel, drinking.
Drinking.
We were drinking.
Drinking.
As you do when you're around people that love wine. So yes, it was wonderful. I don't want to steal too much away from him and his energy because obviously this is very focused. So this is allowing for the clearance, and we waffle a little bit to you. But I do want to point out that today we're going to announce a winner who's going to win more prizes than we've ever experienced, I think it's fair to say. And I'd like to just continue because to run through the entire prize, we'll be here all afternoon if I have to do it at the end. So I'd like to continue where I left off, and that was with the Blauklippen 3-bottle wine pack. Add to that a Waterford Estate wine drive safari for 2 people, a 2-bottle pack of Waterford Estate Cabernet Sauvignon 2015 and Waterford Estate Cabernet Sauvignon 2017, Waterford Estate wine and chocolate gift box. Also, a one-on-one training session with reigning best sommelier in the world, Mark Almert, and then the 30th anniversary magnum of Graham Beck Brut, courtesy of the Cup Classique Association. Now we know why it arrived. It wasn't for me, it's part of the prize.
Can I serve you a glass of something?
Yes, please, I'm
Okay.
thirsty. What can we get?
You know, you've been talking all day long. The bottle is gone. That was fast.
They're very quick.
You know, I
with
got a
Sommeliers
good
Association.
team doing the cleaning behind me.
You do.
Yes,
you do
that's
indeed.
what.
Excellent. So
Yeah.
No, I just need the tray, and then you can go.
Right, well, it seems that they're still packing up. If you've just tuned in and you're joining us on Wineland Media YouTube, welcome to you. It's lovely to have you. Thank you. And, of course, on the SASA Facebook page. Good to have you as well. Some people might be on SASA Facebook page looking for a social grant. You're in the wrong SASA. Very sorry.
Oh dear. If you can, on the white mark there, please. Thank you, JV.
Which
okay,
one?
the only one there. That's right.
Okay.
Thank you. It's for TV. Right. Well done once again on the first task. Right now, now that the guests have enjoyed their aperitif, they are now ready for you to help them with their next task. Once again, this gentleman is the host, and he will guide you on what you need to do.
Okay.
Hello again.
I hope you enjoy the starter and the aperitif. I mean, the little canapé going with it.
We are now finished with our aperitifs and would like to order a bottle with our lunch. We have already ordered a beetroot salad with goat's cheese and walnuts. We are expecting the food to be here within the next 3 minutes and would still like to order a wine in time for the food. We have selected a bottle of the 2018 Goisson Saint-Brie from Burgundy. Please could you help with fulfilling our wine order and serving us in time for the food? You will have 3 minutes for this task.
Would you mind repeating, sir?
Of course. We are now finished with our aperitifs and would like to order a bottle for our lunch. We have already ordered a beetroot salad with goat's cheese and walnuts. We are expecting the food to be here within the next 3 minutes and would still like to order a wine in time for the food. We have selected a bottle of the 2018 Goisson Saint-Brie from Burgundy. Please could you help with fulfilling our wine order and serving us in time for the food? You will have 3 minutes for this task, and your time will start now.
Thank you. So I took notice of your order of a Grosso Saint-Brie. I will just see what we're having in stock. Hello, sir. We found the bottle, but it was unfortunately not in the fridge. So would you want me to suggest something different?
We'll take an alternative.
Okay, thank you. So Saint-Brie being really the north of Burgundy, a very sharp Sauvignon Blanc from Saint-Brie-le-Vineux, I would suggest a Stellenbosch Sauvignon Blanc that I have in a fresher condition. Can I show you my selection?
We'll take it.
I can offer you a Eden Valley Sauvignon Blanc, which is from the vintage 2020. It's very fresh, might be not as acid and fresh as Sauvignon Blanc, but more body, and I think with the beetroot salad, and especially with the walnuts, you might have a broader body that will complement the walnuts on your salad with enough body to go with the goat cheese with it. May I proceed with the order? I know it's a fairly fragrant wine, so I've been selecting a wider side of glassware, so the Sauvignon Blanc can express itself properly. And you will see it's very fresh, but I suggest that one. Is it finished? Is it time? Oh, okay. So Eden Valley, 2020 Sauvignon Blanc. I know. I'm looking upset. It's probably because I realized that my staff didn't put the Sauvignon de Saint-Brie in the cold Yeah, I know.
Came this close.
Looks in good condition. Do you want me to taste the one for you, sir?
Unfortunately, you won't be doing that.
Oh, so now I can pour a glass to this gentleman.
Very hardworking. Well done, JV. That was actually very good. Well done. Very good.
Excellent stuff. Well, I'm glad there's an open bottle for me to enjoy later on. Lovely stuff. I must also just remedy something that I said a little bit earlier. It had the word cork in and it threw me off. Fred Hart, who's here, is not uncorkified at all. That's Erica Taylor. So thank you to her for her sponsorship. Goodness gracious. But thank you for remedying that. You're a good man. I appreciate that sincerely. Ambiance Hospitality Brands, thank you. Blauklip and Vineyards, thank you. Advini and Aqua Sky. And that's our list of sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. So please give them all a big round of applause. We sincerely appreciate it. I'll continue with the prize details in a little while. In the meantime, though, I hope you're fully absorbed. Are you enjoying this competition? Is it a good afternoon out? Yes? Excellent.
On your mark.
And thank you
No
for
worries.
your quiet attention. I'm not going to give any insights on what I see on the table there. They haven't eaten anything. They've ordered but never drunk anything, so I'm not sure. Not sure about these people. They're maybe the kind of people you want to hang out with because hopefully they pay, and then they don't drink and eat. Spencer.
Thank you, Guy.
Could I get a glass of water?
Absolutely. I'll serve you.
Yeah, no, at the beginning, but I've been talking a lot since.
That's no problem.
Thank you.
Still or sparkling?
Sparkling will be.
I was hoping you'd
Still
say
is
that.
fine. Whatever is open.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Okay, some liquid courage. Here
Yes.
we go. All right, last.
Yeah.
So
I didn't take the gin for that, so yeah.
it's working. Okay, JV. During our last inventory, we discovered 36 bottles of this beverage. I don't know what it is. Could you please give your insights and opinions on it, and whether it's something we could use in the restaurant, or if we should get rid of it? You will have 3 minutes for this task.
Who should I talk to?
Me,
Should I take the bottle in hand?
if you like.
Okay.
Would you like me to repeat?
What? I'm gonna
Would you
try
like
that?
me- Instructions clear?
It starts here?
Instructions clear. Are the instructions clear?
Yeah, instructions
Okay,
very
great.
clear.
Awesome. In that case, your time starts now.
You're actually a very lucky person to have found these bottles in your cellar. It's a Madeira, it's from the Cercial, which is a cultivar, or the style. It's a very dry wine. It's a fortified wine from the Portuguese island of Madeira, off the coast of Portugal. And this is famous to be a wine that can last forever. So even if you have that in your cellar for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, it's still more than likely a great wine to taste. It is... Furthermore, it's a very rare wine. There's less than 500 hectares in production in all Madeira. There's, I think, if I remember well, only 8 producers bottling and exporting Madeira. So this wine has been made harvesting the Cercial, which is the cultivar, which is the most acid of all the cultivars, the freshest of all the cultivars on the island. And then it's been fortified with alcohol of 95% alcohol compared to port, which is 77, which is Portuguese as well. And then it's been kept in barrel in a place which is extremely hot. This quality from Enriquez and Enriquez is probably being kept on the attic of the house and not in estufada, which is another way by warming up the tank where you can produce this Madeira. It's, so please, this one you will have an experience of something extremely nutty. It's going to be dark brown, even if it's mostly a white cultivar. And with that, I would suggest you can almost drink it on its own, but as a food pairing, it's something you can offer to your client as a starter, or you can give that a dessert. It goes with anything with chocolate. It can go with extremely, it's dry or slightly sweet. It probably have like 40 grams, 30 grams of sugar, but this zinkiness can cut through the most difficult dishes like chocolate. Chocolate would be, we've got some great producers of chocolate in South Africa, like Van Gesso in Greyton is making some chocolate with a bit of fynbos into it. And that's definitely what you would get with it. However, you can as well have that on many other dishes. I suggest with wine like that, pork and grilled pork belly with a lot of spices on it, like you got cumin seed, anise seed. And I mean, you're lucky. If you don't want them, please tell me. I'll definitely make you an offer for these bottles.
I got to say, I'm feeling very lucky after that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well done, JV. That's actually it. You are done.
I'm done.
You are. Good
Can I
job.
drink the bottle?
No, unfortunately. That's cool. I think you can excuse us. We're gonna tally up the scores and end your.
I'll give the microphone back there,
if you don't mind.
Okay.
Thank you very so much. Yeah, I thought just very quickly, for interest's sake, and for those thousands watching on TV and the audience, just what we were looking for with the different tasks. Now that we are done, the first task was a simple aperitif service, so sparkling wine service, and then the curveball of having to make a cocktail, a very basic cocktail, but doing it properly. So that was scoring criteria for that one. The second task was actually quite an interesting one because the white wine was actually warm. So only one of the candidates really picked up on that and had to think very fast, which happens in a service situation. If you're in a restaurant, you're like, the guys have ordered it, what do we do? Do we give an alternative? Do we blast chill it? So that was the little curveball in that, and then otherwise it was white wine service. And then the third task, which was a really fun one, was this very rare bottle of wine brought to us by Joe from Germany. So that's why we weren't opening it, because we only have one. And and it was pretty special, so that was this rundown of what you could do with it, and as JV showed, there's a lot of things. So it's quite a thing you can do a lot of things with. So cool, I'm sure you were all wondering. In the meantime, Guy will entertain you for a bit longer. We'll finish tallying up the scores and get on with announcing the winner. As you are.
Thank you very much, Maitre D, Spencer van der Meer, and of course, Judge. And ladies and gentlemen, I would offer you the opportunity to go to the loo, but we're going to wrap this quite quickly, so don't leave the room just yet, please. And I would like to just kind of wrap up on the prize offering, just to share with you that there is also a golden ticket to the inaugural Cup Classique Academy educational courses, a bottle each of the top 10 winners from this year's Chenin Blanc Challenge, courtesy of the Chenin Blanc Association. Very, very nice prize indeed. And a double magnum of Beyerskrug, courtesy of Zisel Diva Bordeaux, courtesy of Ambiance Hospitality. Very, very nice prize coming from them as well. Crystal glasses, the Wine Kingdom coffee table book, and we appreciate all of those prizes that are sponsored. So please give a big round of applause for the prizes provided today. Some of, really. There are more. While the judges deliberate, I think it might be pertinent as well for those newer members of the audience, or people that are not necessarily au fait, but you watching, not you cameraman, I'm talking to the camera, yeah. Cameraman's like, what? No, to you and to you. If you're watching on streaming and you're wondering, what is this all about? Where did it start? Well, allow me to welcome to the stage a senior judge at the International Wine Challenge, who tastes for various local publications and competitions. He's also founding member and current executive member for the South African Sommelier Association. To give us a little bit of background, please welcome Hichu Jacobs. No, the thousands of people watching on streaming need to see you. You need to stand up here so you can be in the lights and Here we go.
So, firstly, that's definitely dated. I'm not on the executive board of SASA anymore, but I was a member of, or one of the guys that founded it back in 2010. And it's actually quite interesting to just talk about the history of this competition, because it's a very interesting and rich history when you think about it. Before I say that, though, the one thing I'd like to say about this sort of setup is it looks much easier from when you're sitting in the audience. It's really daunting to do tasks live with a time limit. What's interesting about this competition is it actually started. It's something that was a result of what's flown out of the Bollinger Challenge, the Wine Service Award that started in 2011, and that was actually organized by, or it was a brainchild of the organizers of the Swartland Revolution. So there's so many personalities behind what is now known as the South African Sommelier Association Best Sommelier of SA Award. So in 2011, Best Sommelier or Wine Service Award, Bollinger Challenge, was won by Joachim Blackadder, who's now a member of, or used to be a member of the SASA board as well. And I think he still advises on this competition. And then around 2015, Jeanette Fleur was organizing the Bollinger Challenge, and it was sort of sponsored by Bollinger, and Vinnie Mark started telling us that they don't really have an interest anymore to sponsor the service awards, and whether we'd like to take it over. And the timing was quite adequate, because at the time we started joining forces with the ASI, the Association de la Sommelierie Internationale, which is the international regulatory body, and we needed to identify a candidate to then put forward to the international competitions. As you've heard just now, Joe, that won the previous Best Sommelier of South Africa, is now representing us in Europe. He did last year. Where was I with him? In JV, where were we last year? My memory is so bad. Where was the Best Sommelier of the world last year that you and I was with Joe? Georgia. Yeah, Best Sommelier of the world. Where were we? Yes, there we go. Antwerp. So, we had to then identify a candidate for these competitions. Europe, representing South Africa, and at the Best Sommelier of the world. So SASA started taking it over, and with new sponsorships and so forth. First year was in 2016. Gareth Ferreira won that first competition back in 2016, and he represented us at the first one, the first Best Sommelier of the world in Argentina, and did exceptionally well. He went through to the finals, came, I think, 12th out of 60 countries. So it's just like, if you think back about it now, it's 10 years it's been going. It feels like a lifetime, but it's still the early days for this competition. It's wonderful to see all the representation. That's the history.
This is just the first prize, hey, Eric? This is the first. Oh, wow. Takeaway gifts. Absolutely. So the judges are busy discussing. Let's just remind our viewers that we had 3 SOMs in this final. We started off with Laurie Cooper, who's from KZN, and we then had Vikas Human and Jean-Vincent Ridon. All 3 are currently in the room standing by, and I can only imagine how nervous you are to hear who the winners are. So am I, and it'll be an interesting one to see. In the meantime, I would like to thank Blau Klippen for hosting us today. It's been a wonderful venue, I think you'd agree, and I can see that there is some service that will commence afterwards as well. I'm not sure how long the judges are going to take, to be very honest with you. So, if you are really, really, really desperate for the loo, you can go through there, turn right, and round the corner. So that's where that is if you need a toilet break. But in the meantime, we can just look at each other for the rest of the afternoon. I'll go and find out how long they are. Just chat amongst yourselves. Pretend you're the judges at the table. You just kind of sit and stare at each other for a bit. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can hear me. Dames en heren, would you mind taking your seats? please. And those that are returning on the stream, thank you. You probably thought there was something that went wrong, didn't you? You thought, Telkom, bloody fiber, yes, us, man. No, we weren't here. But we are now, which is great. And you are looking amazing, by the way. I really thank you. No, not you. Him. So please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen, dames en heren. Everybody down. We lost a few people, eh? Those were the people that I said arrived. They thought this was a restaurant gig and they just came for food. So without further ado, we of course get to the moment that you've all been waiting for, and that is the announcement of the best sommelier in South Africa. And the winner is, well, before we go there, allow me to please introduce one of the judges, Spencer van der Meer, who was one of the deliberators. We should call them a faction of deliberators, shouldn't we? They were in there for so long that our presidency almost changed. That was how long you were gone for. I thought
We're never far away from that.
Madeleine had gone to Sweden to feed her cat. I thought we were waiting for that. But without further ado, vote of thanks from the chairman of the Sommeliers Association of South Africa.
Thank you, Guy. Thank you very much. Well, we're nothing if not thorough. But thank you very much for your patience, everybody. I know we have a few more empty seats, but I'm glad it's being recorded, and thousands of people, I'm sure, are watching online right now with bated breath. But just before I go on, I have a lot of people to thank, for there has been a lot of generosity towards this. And really, in the spirit of the vote of thanks, I think it's been a really difficult time for both the hospitality and the wine industry. As sommeliers, we straddle both worlds, and we felt it very hard. And this competition was actually supposed to happen last year, but last year was an absolute disaster, so we've pushed it out a year. And when we came out with the intention to do this, we reached out to our partners for a bit of help in the wine industry, in the hospitality industry, and everyone gave so much. And we are eternally grateful and really thankful to everyone, all the sponsors in the room. I will do the exercise of naming you guys, because I think it is an important thing to do. But your generosity, not just in monetary terms, but in time as well, has been immense. And I think we've been able to put on something that's been really excellent. And I think once we name the winner, it's a very well-deserved winner, and we'll have a lot of goodies, a heck of a lot of goodies, to go home with. So that's brilliant. But without, not in any particular order, but I think stand out and very important to thank is Erica Taylor and Uncorkified, who really put this whole thing together. We wouldn't all be here if it wasn't for her and the timeless amount that she's put in. She reminds me we're not paying her nearly enough, but hopefully we'll give her some wine for her trouble. But thank you very much to her. The SASA team, the SASA board, the reduced SASA board now, and just in context, this is something everyone does in their spare time. It's something that it's a labor of love more than anything else. And there's a lot of sacrifice from a lot of people to put this together, or just to run this organization. And so there's a lot of everyone behind the scenes. Some aren't here today. Some have been part of it before and are still lending a hand. Higo here has come to visit many ex-board members. So it's the support that we have, and it's really incredible. So thank you guys very much for the SASA team. And a special mention for Leroy, who was a candidate and the best young sommelier, and he just gave his time, literally for nothing, and he helped carry all these things together. So thank you very much to him. Then to our sponsors, massive, huge thanks to the Stellenbosch Wine Route, Mike, Elmarie, and your team. We came calling and picked up the phone and asked Mike, this is what we're doing. He's like, you just name it, we'll do it. And Elmarie was like, we'll do it. And then today happened, and geez, they did it. It's a lot. And it's a lot more than we could have hoped for. It's a lot more than we could have asked for. And we could not have done this without you. So thank you guys very, very much as our title sponsors. We had this huge thing made up with your banner. So if you don't sponsor us again, I think we could... he could have it. Upsell it was part of. And then the Snow Victor WWF, the conservation champion. I know Shelley was here, but she left. Thank you them for the wines that they gave us and the sponsorship money. Winterhalter, Brendan Park. I don't know if he made it. He was on a plane trying to get here in time. Yep. Thanks, Brendan. Thank you very much for your continued support of SASA and the hospitality industry. I think your equipment has kept many a glass clean in the South African wine industry. Big one here, this is Air France, and this is a bit of a technical, but Air France have come on board as a sponsor, not just of the competition, but as SASA. And this is the winner of this doesn't automatically get to qualify for Paris 2023. There are a few very European qualification, ASI European standards that have to be adhered to. Principally, you can't compete in your primary in your home language, among some other things, but it does give them an opportunity. And Air France have come on board and said, whichever candidate gets to represent South Africa is going to do so free of charge. Well, they don't have to pay for their ticket. Thankfully, we don't have to pay for their ticket, thanks to Air France and their sponsorship. So thank you very much. Thank you so much. Ticket to France, valid until 2023. Ask me nicely. And then by extension, Advini, the ASI partner and partner in the wine industry as well, who worked tirelessly behind the scenes, some backyard communications to get the Air France sponsorship together. And the winner, whoever's representing South Africa, will get the opportunity to go to some of the properties, incredibly cool properties Advini have in Europe, so in France specifically. So thank you very much for that. Slot Wissel and Ambiance, thank you very much for your glassware. Incredible amount of glassware. All the stuff here was like really first-class stuff. And again, thank you for your continued support. They are SASA's official glassware sponsor. So cheers for that. This is an incredibly cool, this is quite an important prize. It's from the Cap Classique Association. Heidi, on behalf of wearing two hats in the Cape Wine Academy, those of you who follow her on social media may have seen the Cape Wine Academy in conjunction with the Cap Classique Association have started an incredible, I want to forget the right words for it, but it's a course where enthusiasts of MCC can start working with some of the top brains in the business, and they'll go through 3 levels and learn how to basically become experts, and at the end of it all will be expert tasters of Cap Classique. That's been launched last month, and the winner gets a bursary to go through all 3. So that's an incredible prize. It's sure, again, more than we could ever have asked for, but an incredible privilege, and I think it's something whoever the winner is will really enjoy and take advantage of. And in addition to that, and on behalf of the Cap Classique Association, who are turning 50, who turned 50 this year, we got a bottle of Graham Beck's 30th anniversary MCC. A lot of prizes. The Pinotage Association, who are here, not here, so in absence, Belinda Jacobs especially, thank you very much for the prizes, magnums and double magnums for all participants, as well as a monetary contribution. Thank you very much. Ina, who's here from the Chenin Blanc Association, with an incredible prize for the winner, not on stage because there's no space, but also going to only be announced tomorrow, the top 10 Chenins for this year's top 10 challenge. So a bottle of each one of those to the winner as well. Thank you very much, Ina. Thank you for coming. And yeah, that's actually everything. Phew, a lot. Oh, no, sorry. Media. I forgot. Wineland, Anton. This is incredible. The fact, obviously, these are the times that we live in. I'm sure this event would have been full. Thousands of people coming to watch it, but now they get to do it on TV. And thank you very much, Anton, for the incredible, putting all this together and being able to beam this to the whole world. And of course, Guy McDonald for his brilliant entertainment and helping me out of a few tight spots today. Thank you very much, Guy. It's always a pleasure working with you. Okay, now I'm done with the sponsors. Whew. Okay, and then finally, well, almost finally, but second last, the judges. Madeleine, thank you so much. I think your inputs were brilliant, and it was excellent to have your voice in the room. It was such a privilege and a pleasure to have, and thank you so much for your support of South African wine. It was great to have you on the panel. Chef Harold, whose prowess in food is brilliant, and we all took a lead from him. He put a great menu together for the tasks, and he had we were just nodding our heads when they were like, that's a good food recommendation. We thought, that's great. And the chef was like, actually, no, that's not. So thank you very much, Chef. And of course, Joe Vessel's reigning best sommelier in South Africa, who's all this was his brainchild, putting together all the tasks and everything. A lot of hard work. He actually flew down from Germany for this. A few other reasons, but primarily for this. Thank you very much, Joe. That was brilliant. Yeah. And as Guy mentioned, he's going to be representing us in the best sommelier in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa in a couple of weeks in Cyprus. And I think by the level of task he's put together, I think he's going to be quite up to the task. And then finally, just the contestants. The top 7 who are here today, the loads of you who all competed online. We had about 19 entries, which was brilliant. It takes a lot of guts to put yourself out there, especially all of you are senior level sommeliers with really nothing to prove and quite honestly everything to lose doing something like this. And it takes a lot of courage, a lot of bravery, and it's so well done to all 7 of you for getting up here and getting to the semi-finals. I think it was really close at the end. Actually, we intended to only have 6, but it was so close between everyone, we thought, well, let's just give everyone a chance. So we ended up with 7, which was fantastic. And then, of course, the top 3 finalists. The nerves, as I said, you can make 1,000 martinis, but standing in front here, cameras, pressure, time, all that, and so great composure. And I think we're really proud of all of you, so well done to you all. Thank you guys very, very much. And that is me done. So I'm going to hand over to Guy, and we are going to find out who the best sommelier in South Africa is.
Thank you very much, Spencer. I'd like to call on the 3 finalists to please join us on stage here. So, Laurie Cooper, Vickers Schumann, and Jean-Vincent Redon. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. And in this gilded gold envelope of mine is the winners' names. And so, don't film ya. Don't film ya. Film them. Finishing in 3rd place this afternoon. Please put your hands together, give a massive round of applause, and congratulate Laurie Cooper. That means that one of the 2 gentlemen will be taking all of that home this afternoon. Luckily, my car's parked quite close by here if anybody needs assistance with that. We'll skip straight to the winner this afternoon because once I announce that person, it'll be obvious who came second. The winner of the 2021 South African Sommeliers Competition is Vickers Schumann. Vickers, won't you step a bit forward for the cameras? Step into the limelight for us. Tell us how you're feeling this afternoon.
I must say, during my whole sommelier life, everything has been tough. Since the first day. Cheers. always good breaking a glass, don't stress. Since day one, when Francis Kroner told me about wine in South Africa and said there's a gap, Vickers, you got to take it. It's just been a journey from there. And every day it's been self-perseverance, self-studying, and really so many people during my whole life, winemakers, other sommeliers, that's just been pushing you, from all the guys at Marble, Saint, the whole team that's been behind me and always pushing me on the floor. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support and always believing in me to work the floor with you guys at nights, from chefs, scullers, waiters, runners, everyone, barman. Thank you so much. And yeah, what an awesome feeling to be crowned best sommelier in South Africa. I really, it will probably sink in a bit later, but it's awesome. Awesome standing here and getting out of the feeling.
What will you be celebrating with tonight?
Probably, hopefully there's some tequila around to go.
Excellent. Well, congratulations once again, because absolutely sensational. And a big thank you to you, our wonderful in-house crowd, all protocols observed. Thank you to you joining us on streaming. We really appreciate it. We will be serving some food from 5 o'clock outside, and we don't want you to leave. We want you to enjoy the afternoon with us, have an after gathering. The numbers are, we're allowed to gather now a little bit more. So let's get going with that. And I'll leave you with this parting shot. Age and glasses of wine should never be counted. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Safe home, and God bless you. Thank you very much.